The first component consists of your startup. This is where all of your thinking, researching, and defining comes into play. The purpose of designing something is so that it can solve a problem we face in our daily lives. So the beginning of any design process starts with defining a problem. Let me ask you this. As a teacher, you probably have countless supplies and papers in your classrooms, right? So organization is key in order to have a clean and presentable classroom for your students to learn in. Now, I don't know about you, but organizing isn't really my idea of a good Friday night, and it can be very time-consuming to organize so much material all at once. So now it's 7 p.m. on a Friday, your friends are blowing up your phone wondering where you are, but you're still stuck in your classroom trying to organize all of your stuff for the next school week. And out of frustration and exhaustion you scream, "There has to be a better way!" Aha! It seems you've come across a problem in your daily life. Too much stuff and not an efficient way to organize it. But no need to fret. In fact, I'd like to say, congratulations! You have now successfully completed the first step of the design process. The problem we have defined is this. Countless office supplies and stacks of papers leads to clutter and disorganization in the classroom, leaving a negative working environment for students. So, now that we have defined a problem, it's time to solve it. But wait a second there, eager beaver, not so fast. Before we jump right into our solution, there's a few things we have to think about first. But hold on to that eagerness, I promise we're getting to the good stuff very soon. The first thing to think about is prior solution attempts. With the industrial society we live in today, new products are designed and manufactured daily. Therefore, it is important to know what solutions are already out there so that we can make sure our solution is original and an improvement of what already exists. So, for the problem that we declared before, can you ponder some solutions that are already on the market? For storing papers, we have filing cabinets, binders, and racks. For supplies, there are many kinds of containers available depending on what supplies you want to store. For example, we have pencil boxes to store writing utensils. With all of these solutions already out there, we have to ask ourselves, do these products solve our problem? If not, what do these products need in order to satisfy our problem even further? To answer these questions, we must visit the next and final step of Component 1, Design Requirements. To define any problem also means to define success. If prior solutions aren't working for us, we must identify what we need to add or change for our product to be successful. Design requirements can include the weight of the design, cost or budget, size, material, and more. Basically, it's the characteristics the solution must have to solve our problem. Let's demonstrate this using our example problem. What does our solution need to do? Our solution needs to eliminate clutter and maximize organization. Keeping this in mind, can you brainstorm some possible characteristics our solution must have in order to meet this goal? While you're thinking, here are some characteristics I thought of. A large box-like shape, multiple compartments, removable compartments for multi-purpose storage, and using material that leads to an affordable cost for teachers. If you like some of these characteristics or came up with some of your own, that's great. The main goal is to write down all of the design requirements in detail that you believe your solution needs in order to be successful. On a side note, it is sometimes helpful to write these design requirements in order of importance as well. This will help you later on when you start to brainstorm and sketch actual solutions that apply those requirements you just defined. So guess what? This concludes the first component of the design process. As you can see, design is helpful and necessary in any situation. It can apply to anybody anywhere, and it can be done by anybody anywhere. All you need to do is follow the design process, and you too can take a problem and create a solution that improves lives. That is so powerful. So here's a little bit of a recap. The first component was your outline. With a little bit of research mixed with background knowledge, you jotted down all of your ideas for your final product. Now that you have finished your outline, it's time to move on to the good stuff, actually designing your product. So stay tuned, it's going to be very exciting.